Hi, everybody, and welcome along to another big quiz night in. I think this is episode 167 now, and we've got some nice comments coming in the chat already. So let me just see who we've got watching along tonight, commenting already. Sue and the Donuts saying good evening, all. Jodie's there saying hi, everyone. Dave's dropped by to say good luck with the quiz tonight, everyone. Apologies I can't make it. I appreciate you stopping by. Thanks anyway. Millie and Mike there saying good evening, all. We've got good evening, everyone, from Catherine. That's the not so golden oldies. We've got Geraldine saying good evening as well. Hello to you. Pinky and the Brain are here, and Andy I can see just popped up in the chat there as well. Good evening to you. Thanks for being here, mate, as always. Really appreciate it. Another nice little turnout tonight, and we have got some fun rounds this evening. We've got an entertainment trivia round with a reality TV twist to it. It's not entirely reality TV, but it is featuring some questions about it, following on the request I got from one of my Patreon followers, which this time was Millie. The week before we did a special thanks to Andy's suggestions, but tonight's Patreon requests come from Millie, so thank you for that idea. So I've incorporated some trivia questions connected to reality TV, or certainly more popular versions of it, throughout our entertainment round, and then we're doing a potluck round where I think there's a question or two in there as well. We're also doing a science and nature round, and we've got family fortunes, and then we'll finish off with three tenable questions. So that's the plan for tonight then. And with that said, we're going to go, as always, to the kids' question to kick off the show, see if we can get you some bonus points.
Hello, I'm a Jedi with our cool lightsaber lights that go in the hallway.
Oh my goodness, yes, okay, he's got a lightsaber light, yes. We've got Ruben here this evening to ask a question. If you get this right, you get 2 bonus points, as always, that you can add on to your tally throughout the evening's quiz rounds. With that said, I'll bring up the question, so you're going to ask it. It's quite topical.
I think you can guess based on my shirt. You might be able
If they recognise anything on your shirt, they might be able to guess. Pete's here as well, saying good evening, everybody. Hello to the Britzillions, those of you that are here this evening. Right, we'll bring up the question. For this one, you guess in the comments, please. So here it comes.
Which sadly deceased YouTuber was immortalised in the Minecraft movie with this cameo? Is it A. Afmal, B. Dan TDM, C. Technoblade, or D. Mumbo Jumbo?
Okay, there we go. There's your question. A, B, C, or D. We went to see the Minecraft movie, didn't we, last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, good fun. Who could it be, though? Which YouTuber has been immortalised in the movie in this way, which is similar to the character they used on YouTube, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's an actual pig, an actual Minecraft pig in this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's quite a few different YouTubers who have got cameos in the film. In fact, all those ones listed do, but one of them is this particular one. Yeah, I didn't realise that this one was one of them. Don't say the names because I don't want to give anything away. But yeah, all 4 of them were in it at some point in some way, shape or form, which is pretty cool. Right, we've got lots of guesses coming in then. Let's have a look. All right, okay, so we have got Jodie saying C, Millie saying C, Sue and the Donuts saying C, Pete's also saying C, Andy's saying C, Gabby's gone with B, Geraldine says C as well. Any more guesses, I wonder? I wonder if any of you actually knew this, or if you're all having a wild stab in the dark as to what it could be. Shall we tell them what the answer is then?
Who's he? Some kind of king? No, that's a legend.
It is a legend, and the answer is
Technoblade!
Oh, Catherine and Tony just got a guess in there of B, saying they don't have a clue. It's fine. You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to have a clue, really. These questions are very much geared at things that the kids like, and just to see if you could have a lucky guess.
Also,
But
to keep you updated on the common day.
on the yes,
The common day.
that's it. Well, yeah. So let's celebrate who got the bonus points then. Let's have a look through the list then. So we need to say well done to
Jodie, Millie, Sue, Pete, Andy, Geraldine.
That's it.
That's it.
That's quite a lot. We haven't had that many winners for a long time, have we?
I'm
Getting
starting
bonus
to
points there.
memorize the names.
Yeah, you're getting good, aren't you, at this? Yeah, because not everybody's name is exactly as it's written in their Facebook profile. Andy says, that's my experience every week. Sorry, I don't have a clue. But you're having fun, I hope. That's why you're here.
Monday.
Yeah, you do all right. Cool. Well, thanks for that, mate. That's a good question. We like that one.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Yes, Pete there jumping up in the chat saying, I only said C because everybody else did. That's sometimes you just got to go with it and hope for the best. And it paid off this time. Doesn't always work out that way. There have been many times where it's been the opposite way around, but very well done. Nonetheless, if you said C, you did indeed get the correct answer, and 2 bonus points. You can add 2 points onto your tally for any of these upcoming 3 quiz rounds. So entertainment will be first, 15 questions, 1 point for each correct answer, unless otherwise stated, of course. And there's a countdown conundrum for this round, and that looks like this. If you can work that out, it's 2 extra bonus points, but if you're watching live, don't put any more guesses in the comments until later on. For these 3 quiz rounds, keep them all to yourself, as per usual. Right, so here we go then with our entertainment round with a few questions themed around our Patreon requested subject of reality TV. Question number 1. Which comedian was the very first winner of Celebrity Big Brother UK? I'll give you multiple choice because this is going back a fair bit. Which comedian was the very first winner of the Celebrity Big Brother UK show? Was it Lee Evans, Michael McIntyre, or Jack D? For 1 point, which comedian was the very first winner of Celebrity Big Brother UK? Was it Lee Evans, Michael McIntyre, or Jack D? Choose one. They won't all be multiple choice, of course, but I've put a few in. Question number 2. Put these UK reality TV shows into the correct order with the earliest seen first. Love Island, The Only Way is Essex, and Geordie Shore. Put these UK reality TV shows into the correct order with the earliest seen first. Love Island, The Only Way is Essex, and Geordie Shore. 3 points in total if they're in the correct order. Earliest seen first. Question 3 now. Question 3. If I Didn't Have You is an Oscar-winning song from which Pixar movie? If I Didn't Have You is an Oscar-winning song from which Pixar movie? Okay, question number 4. What were the first names of the characters played by Alan Rickman and Emma Thompson in Love Actually? 1 point for each. What were the first names of the characters played by Alan Rickman and Emma Thompson in Love Actually? For 2 points there. Definitely worth a guess on that one. Question number 5 now. Question 5. What were the titles of Ed Sheeran's first 3 studio albums to be released? They all had, I'll give you a clue here, they all had a mathematical connection. So, what were the titles of Ed Sheeran's first 3 studio albums to be released? I'm not asking you to put them in order. It's just 1 point for each. Question number 6 now. Question 6. Which chess piece must remain on its own coloured squares? Which chess piece must remain on its own coloured squares? Question number 7 now for 2 more points in our entertainment round. Question 7. Which father and son actors appeared in the Harry Potter movie series? Which father and son actors appeared in the Harry Potter movie series for 2 points? Question number 8 now. Question 8. Lee Ridley, the winner of Britain's Got Talent Series 12 in 2018, goes by what stage name? Lee Ridley, the winner of Britain's Got Talent Series 12 in 2018, goes by which stage name? Okay, then question number 9 now. Question 9. Which major characters are Emma's godparents according to Friends? Which major characters are Emma's godparents in Friends? 1 point for each. 2 different characters there, 1 point for each. Just the first names is enough for that one. Question number 10 now. Question 10. First Class, Fallen Kingdom, and Sudden Impact are in which movie franchises? First Class, Fallen Kingdom, and Sudden Impact are in which movie franchises? 1 point for each. They're 3 different, very different movie franchises. Question 11 now. Question 11. Back on Britain's Got Talent. Who won Britain's Got Talent with their dog in 2012 to become the first dog trick act to win the competition? This is a 2-pointer, so 1 point for the owner and 1 point for the name of the dog. Who won Britain's Got Talent with their dog in 2018 to become the first dog trick act to win the competition? 1 point for the owner, 1 point for the name of the dog. Okay, question number 12 now, 3 more points here. Who were the cartoon wives of George Jetson, Gomez Adams, and Abe Simpson? 1 point for each. Who are or who were the cartoon wives of George Jetson, Gomez Adams, and Abe Simpson? Right. Next question in question 13. Which recent video game movie adaptation caused cinemas to place antisocial behaviour warnings in their venues due to the chicken jockey trend, amongst others? Which recent video game movie adaptation caused cinemas to place antisocial behaviour warnings in their venues due to the chicken jockey trend, amongst others? For 1 point, name that movie. Question 14 now. Question 14. Bradley Walsh played bus driver Graham O'Brien in which BBC TV series? Bradley Walsh played bus driver Graham O'Brien in which BBC TV series? Okay, question 15 now, the final question for 3 points. Who won the Best Director Oscars for Oppenheimer, Life of Pi, and The Hurt Locker? Who won the Best Director Oscar for Oppenheimer, Life of Pi, and The Hurt Locker? 1 point for each again. That is the end of the round. You've got a couple of minutes thinking time. If you need it, as always, you can let me know if you want me to repeat any questions as well. And you've got a little bit more thinking time until we go through the answers for the countdown conundrum, because I'll be revealing that in a moment as well. 2 extra points if you get that right. 2 extra points if you want to use the kids bonus points question, if you got that correct. Let's see how you got on. But let me know if you want any questions repeated there. Thank you all for all the likes and positive emoji reactions on the video. That's always appreciated. Questions 3 and 10 has popped up there for Sue. Okay, so question number 3 is an English... Sorry, hold on. That's going to be the next round. Hold on. We'll come on to that one. I'm getting ahead of myself there. Question 3 in the entertainment round was... If I Didn't Have You is an Oscar-winning song from which Pixar movie? If I Didn't Have You. Number 10. Number 10 was the movie franchises question. So that's First Class, Fallen Kingdom, and Sudden Impact are in which movie franchises? 1 point for each. Nice to get some more follows as well today in the build up to the quiz. If you're watching along at the moment, thank you. Hope you like the content I put out there. Live most Tuesdays doing this show. And then a Patreon quiz at the end of the month. The last Tuesday of the month is only for Patreon supporters. I'll talk more about that a bit later. We're going to go through the answers for this round now, though. The entertainment trivia round. Once we've gone through 1 to 15, I'll reveal the answer for the countdown conundrum as well. You give yourself 2 extra points if you manage to work that out. So, question number 1. Which comedian was the very first winner of Celebrity Big Brother UK? It was Jack D. Question 2. The reality TV shows in the correct order with the earliest seen first, and for 3 points, or for 1 point for each that's in the correct order. Towie's first, so The Only Way is Essex, then Geordie Shore, then Love Island. Question 3, If I Didn't Have You is an Oscar-winning song from which Pixar movie? That is Monsters, Inc. Question 4, the first names of the characters played by Alan Rickman and Emma Thompson in Love Actually, they are Harry and Karen. Question 5, the 3 Ed Sheeran albums to be released were called Plus, Multiply, and Divide. Question 6. The chess piece that must remain on its own colour squares is the bishop. Question 7. The father and son that appeared in the Harry Potter movie series is Brendan and Domhnall Gleeson. They play Mad Eye Moody and Bill Weasley. For 2 points there, Brendan and Domhnall Gleeson. Question 8. Lee Ridley, the winner of Britain's Got Talent Series 12 in 2018, is also known as the Lost Voice Guy. Very funny he is too. Question 9. Which major characters are Emma's godparents in Friends? That's Monica and Chandler for 2 points. Question 10. The movie franchises you needed to put down for First Class, Fallen Kingdom and Sudden Impact are X-Men First Class. One of the best X-Men movies, easily. Jurassic Park is Fallen Kingdom, or Jurassic World, either or is fine because it goes by both names. And Sudden Impact is a Dirty Harry movie. Question 11. The owner and the dog who won Britain's Got Talent in 2012. 1 point for each. It's Ashley with the dog Pudsey. Question 12. Who are the cartoon wives of George Jetson, Gomez Adams, and Abe Simpson? It is Jane Jetson, Morticia Adams, and Mona Simpson. Question 13. The recent video game movie adaptation that caused cinemas to place antisocial behaviour warnings in their venues due to the chicken jockey trend, amongst others, is a Minecraft movie. Yes. Yeah, mostly in America, but it was happening over here as well. Kids were just going crazy at certain points in the film and throwing popcorn everywhere, and it's ridiculous. We had a note plastered on the walls as we went into the cinema to see it as well, so it literally was quite widespread, I think. Yeah, thankfully it was fine though, for us. Question 14. Bradley Walsh played a bus driver called Graham O'Brien in which BBC TV series? That was in Doctor Who. And question 15. The three best directors, or the best director Oscar winners. Christopher Nolan won for Oppenheimer, Ang Lee won for Life of Pi, and Catherine Bigelow won for The Hurt Locker. The answer for the countdown conundrum is alignment. So 2 points if you got that right, 2 points if you want to add on your score from the kids round. You can only use that once though, so you could save it for one of the next 2 rounds if you wish. And then tally everything else up together and let me know in the comments how many points you got for this round. Let's see how well you did. We celebrate with those who do well in the rounds and commiserate if you don't, but it is just about having fun and just, yeah, having a laugh on your Tuesday evening, taking part in something a bit different. That's all it is, really. So, yeah, let's see how well you did. Please do drop in your comments now what your scores were. We'll move on to science and nature, and then I'll reveal another countdown conundrum for you for that round too. And then the cycle repeats itself. Oh, is there another word that the conundrum could be? Lamenting. Let's have a look. I think you might be all right with that one. Lamenting. Yes. Yes, lamenting works as well. If you had lamenting for your answer, you can have 2 points for that. Well done. Yes, Andy's picked up on that as well there. Yes, Sue and the donuts. Yes, you had lamenting too. Okay, well, there you go. Sometimes, as you know, regular viewers, sometimes there's more than one word possible. So very good if you got that one. Let's just check everything else that people have said. So 11 plus 2 for Jodie. We've got Pete saying definitely a team brain drain tonight. 6 for us. Sue says thought that would be my round, but no, scored 14 points. Oh, that's all right. 9 for us, says Catherine, and that was mostly lucky guesses. Wow, what it's about, isn't it? Really. 16 points for the donuts with that lamenting, but with lamenting for the countdown conundrum. 11 plus 2 for the kids' question, says Geraldine. Well done. Pinky in the brain showing off. 23 plus 2. Oh my goodness me. Very good. Very well done. Andy is lamenting about his lack of entertainment knowledge. 6 for me. And 7 for Melly and Mike. Well done. Thank you for taking part in that one, guys. Look, we're going to move on to science and nature and then potluck. So hopefully we'll see scores improve for those rounds instead. But yes, thank you also to Melly for requesting something along those lines there for reality TV questions. I think there's one more in the potluck round, if I remember rightly, at least. To some extent. Let me just check. But we are going to go on to science and nature now. Okay, so science and nature. We have got 15 more questions. Here's the countdown conundrum for you. I wonder if there's more than one for this one. We'll find out, won't we? So, with that said, 15 more questions then, 1 point for each correct answer. Most of these are single point questions. There's a couple of other bonus ones in there, so see how you do with this one. Question number 1. Which organ of the body is affected by Bright's disease? Which organ of the body is affected by Bright's disease? There is your first question. It's quite funny, the lamenting thing, isn't it, when it then relates to your scores. I like that. Question number 2. How many wings does a bee have? How many wings does a bee have? Question number 3 now. Question 3. What is made using soda, lime, and silica? What is made using soda, lime, and silica? Right, the next question, question number 4. What sort of creature is a cassowary? What sort of creature is a cassowary? Question number 5. Jimmy Wales created which internet phenomenon? Jimmy Wales created which internet phenomenon? Question number 6. In computing, what does the acronym USB mean? 1 point for each correct letter. In computing, what does the acronym USB mean? We all use them all the time for charging devices normally. You have different USB cables, USB charging devices, USB flash drives, all sorts. But what does USB actually stand for? It's about the only thing I remember from college when I did IT at college. Funny, really. Question 7. What mineral has the highest number on the Mohs scale? What mineral has the highest number on the Mohs scale? If you don't know what the Mohs scale, M-O-H-S, if you don't know what that is, if I told you, it would make the answer much more obvious. So I'm not going to go into more detail on that until we go through the answers. But asking what the Mohs scale is or what it measures is something I've asked quite recently in the quizzes online, so some of you may have heard of that before through that. Can you remember, though? What mineral has the highest number on the Mohs scale? Question 8. Which building material is made from sand, cement, stone, and water? Which building material is made from sand, cement, stone, and water? Question number 9 now. What was the name of Yuri Gagarin's spaceship? What was the name of Yuri Gagarin's spaceship? Question number 10. Which spider gets its name from when the female sometimes eats the male after mating? Which spider gets its name from when the female sometimes eats the male after mating? Question 11 now. What makes stainless steel stainless? What makes stainless steel stainless? Question 12, another acronym question for you here. What does the information technology term RAM stand for? RAM. What does the information technology term RAM stand for? Again, you might have heard of that through your own devices. How much RAM does your device have? Well, what does RAM actually stand for? 1 point for each correct word. Question 13 now. Io is a moon orbiting which planet in our solar system? Io, literally spell I-O, is a moon orbiting which planet in our solar system? Question 14. What is the collective term for a group of racehorses? What is the collective term for a group of racehorses? And question 15 now for 2 points. The word cafe can be made by linking the chemical symbols of which two elements? The word cafe, C-A-F-E, can be made by linking the chemical symbols of which two elements? 1 point for each. That's the end of that round. Once again, let me know if you have any questions you want me to repeat. If you want me to clarify anything else, let me know. And then we will go through the answers. I'll reveal the countdown conundrum answer again, and we'll see how well you've done for that round. Let's see. Something to remind you of, there is, not for much longer, but there is currently a sale on in the Big Quiz Night In merch store. Thank you very much to those who've made purchases already. So if you want something with Big Quiz Night In on it, hats, t-shirts, bags, hoodies, all that good stuff, stickers, pencil cases, I don't know, there's loads on there. You can go to the link in the description of this video and see what you would like. And if there's something not on there or something you want in a different colour, let me know, because I can always adjust things in the shop to some extent. So yeah, do let me know. But there's 20% off everything for another couple of days, I think it is. There's a reminder I put at the end of this. I think it's until the 17th, if I remember rightly. Okay, not seeing any requests for repeats this time round, so I'm going to go through the answers. Now I've waffled on for a little bit longer, and then we can move on to our next round, which will be a potluck round before we get into game shows. So, here we go. Question 1, in Science and Nature, which organ of the body is affected by Bright's disease? It is your kidneys. Question 2, how many wings does a bee have? They have 4. Question 3, what is made using soda, lime, and what is made using soda, lime, and silica? It's glass. Question 4, what sort of creature is a cassowary? It is a bird. Question 5, Jimmy Wales created which internet phenomenon? It is Wikipedia. Question 6. In computing, USB stands for Universal Serial Bus, because it transmits power and data back and forth, hence bus. Question 7. What mineral has the highest number on the Mohs scale? It is a diamond. Question 8. Which building material is made from sand, cement, stone and water? That is concrete. Question 9. What was the name of Yuri Gagarin's spaceship? It is Vostok 1. Question 10. Which spider gets its name from when the female sometimes eats the male after mating? It is a black widow. Question 11. What makes stainless steel stainless? That is chromium. Question 12. What does the information technology term RAM stand for? That is random access memory, for 3 points. Question 13. Io is a moon orbiting which planet? That is Jupiter. Question 14. What is a collective term for a group of racehorses? It's a string of racehorses. And question 15. Cafe can be made up using the chemical symbols calcium, Ca, and iron, Fe. 1 point for each of those as well. And now, the answer for the countdown conundrum for 2 extra points is intimated. Intimated. So, maybe you found another word, let me know. But other than that, add everything up and let me know your scores for this round. Let's see how well you do, and then we can go to potluck for our third and final round. Let's have a look then. Yes. No, I think maybe I was wrong. Maybe there's not a reality question. I did update it for something else topical at the moment. The next round. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There's not another reality question, I'm afraid, in this round. But there are some very interesting ones. See how you go with it. Right. 8 points for Jodie. Well done. Good score. Sue says 18 got the conundrum this time. Very good. 12 points for the not so golden oldies. 14 plus 2 for the Brit-Zillions. Well done, Pete. And co. Gabby says Pinky in the Brain scored 16 plus 2. 4 plus 2 for the conundrum. Remember, you can add on your kids' bonus points if you haven't done that already. You can save it for the next round, though, if you'd rather. This was a much lower scoring round anyway. Some rounds have up to 30 or so points available, as the last round did. But this one's closer to 20, I think. So I was expecting to see lower scores. They're not all the same when we do multiple point questions. Great conundrum, but I didn't get it. Still got 16, says Andy. Okay, good effort. Thank you for that. Any more? Don't be shy. Pop your team scores in. You'll get a shout out. I'm going to move over to the next page now anyway. 7 again for Millie and Mike. Well done. Thank you for that. Let's move on, shall we? And we're here now with the potluck round. Your next countdown conundrum is right there. Let's see what you can come up with for this one. And 15 questions. There's about 30 points, I think, in this round to go for in total. So here we go with this round. Question number 1. Which detective solved the mystery called The Dead of Jericho? Question 1. Which detective solved the mystery called The Dead of Jericho? Question 2. In which 4 cities in the world can you cross an officially named Bridge of Sighs? In which 4 cities of the world can you cross an officially named Bridge of Sighs? 1 point for each. There are several others across the world, other than this main 4, that might have a nickname of Bridge of Sighs because it looks like the original. but there's only 4 in the world that are officially called Bridge of Sighs. So 1 point for each of those. Right, question number 3. Is an English Hereford hop a type of dog, pig, or cheese? Is an English Hereford hop a type of dog, pig, or cheese? Question 4 now. Question number 4. Which were the first 2 countries that Donald Trump threatened to levy a 25% import tax on? Which were the first 2 countries that Donald Trump threatened to levy a 25% import tax on? Question number 5 now. Which game was advertised as the ultimate stacking game? Which game was advertised as the ultimate stacking game? Question number 6 now. Question 6. Which are the most populated cities in the United States of Colorado, Michigan, and New Mexico? Which are the most populated cities in Colorado, Michigan, and New Mexico in the United States? Yeah, the Herd Islands, wasn't it? No. No, I bet the penguins were livid. Honestly. If you're not aware, there were tariffs raised against every country in the world. And one of them happened to be an island only populated by penguins. Or islands. Is it Heard and McDonald Islands? I think they were called. They've had tariffs levied against them, and it's only penguins that live on those islands. Honestly, you couldn't script it, some of this stuff that's coming now. Yeah, madness. Right, the next question. Question 7. What colour smoke is released when a new pope is elected? What colour smoke is released when a new pope is elected? Question 8. For 3 points, question 8. Which repeated words mean an expanding bullet, for 1 point, an Australian city called the Place of Many Crows, and a disease caused by vitamin B1 deficiency? So 3 phrases there with 2 words in each, and the words are repeated in each one. So which repeated words mean an expanding bullet, an Australian city called the Place of Many Crows, and a disease caused by vitamin B1 deficiency? You'll get a bit of thinking time at the end, as always. So we'll move on now to question number 9. Which is the longest river to pass through Sunderland? Which is the longest river to pass through Sunderland? Question number 10 now. Question 10. Which was the most recent breed of dog to be banned in the UK? Which was the most recent breed of dog to be banned in the UK? Question 11 now for 2 points. Which brass instruments can play the lowest and highest notes? 1 point for the lowest, 1 point for the highest, because they are different answers. Which brass instruments can play the lowest and the highest notes? Question number 12 now. Question 12. Put these books in the Bourne trilogy in order with the earliest published first. Supremacy, Ultimatum, and Identity. Put these books in the Bourne trilogy in order with the earliest published first. Supremacy, Ultimatum, and Identity. Question number 13 now. Question 13. What did the US Secretary of Education, Linda McMahon, mistakenly call artificial intelligence at a recent conference instead of saying AI? What did the US Secretary of Education, Linda McMahon, mistakenly call artificial intelligence at a recent conference instead of saying AI? It's pretty funny. This is very recent, by the way. Like within the last few days, this happened. Question 14 now. Question 14. What kind of creatures are Hedwig, Scabbers, and Crookshanks in the Harry Potter books? What kind of creatures are Hedwig, Scabbers, and Crookshanks in the Harry Potter books? 1 point for each. Okay, then your next question and final question this round. Question 15. Which three women were the first female prime ministers of the United Kingdom, Italy, and India? 1 point for each. Which three women were the first female prime ministers of the United Kingdom, Italy, and India for 3 points? That is the end of the round, which means you're running out of time with the countdown conundrum as well. Let me know now if you want any questions repeated, of course. Few multiple point questions there, so no problem if you want me to repeat anything. The only other thing to waffle on about for a little bit now is the fact that on Easter Sunday, Bank Holiday Sunday, it is the next in our Patreon quiz meetup. So several of you will be coming down to join in with the pub quiz at the King's Head and Bell I run. Normally they're every Thursday and every Sunday, so this particular Sunday they're coming down, we have a meal together, we do the quiz, obviously I host it, you'll be on a table nearby as per usual. And so yeah, that's this coming Sunday. Oh, excited! But it's organised through and with the Patreons, but anybody's welcome to join in and join us, or come along, say hi, be with us for food, and then do the quiz as a separate team. It's totally up to you, but we're trying to get it so that all people can all come together for one particular quiz every now and then, and that's how it's worked so far. So yeah, that's this Sunday. If you want to come down to Abingdon, that is where we'll be. Feel free to message me or contact me for any more details. Number 6 and number 8, I need to repeat. Number 6, which are the most populated cities in Colorado, Michigan, and New Mexico for 3 points? That's question 6. The most populated cities in the states of Colorado, Michigan, and New Mexico. And number 8, that was for Jodie. Number 8 for Sue and the Donuts. Which repeated words mean an expanded bullet for 1 point, an Australian city known as the place of many crows, and a disease caused by vitamin B1 deficiency for 3 points? Millie says, so excited. Yes, it's going to be great. Very much looking forward to it. Trying to work out how many people there's going to be this time, because I don't think everybody that came to the last one will be there. Might just be six or so, I think. I've booked it for, I think I've booked a table for 6 or 8. There'll be enough room regardless, it always is, but yeah, still, it'd be nice to have some of you down there regardless. We shall have some fun for sure. Okay, any more then? Doesn't look like it. I want you to remember some of the answers to this, because some of these might crop up again in the tenable rounds we do in just a moment after the Family Fortunes question. Bear that in mind. So, question number 1. Which detective solves the mystery of the Dead of Jericho? That is Inspector Morse. Andy will be there too. Good. Thank you, mate. Question 2. The 4 cities that have an officially named Bridge of Sighs are Venice, Oxford, Cambridge, and Las Vegas. Question 3. Is an English Hereford hop a dog, a pig, or a cheese? It is a cheese. Question 4. The 2 first countries that Donald Trump threatened to levy a 25% import tax on were Canada and Mexico. Question 5. What game was advertised as the ultimate stacking game? That was, of course, Jenga. Question 6. The most populated cities in Colorado, Michigan, and New Mexico is Denver, Colorado, Detroit, Michigan, and Albuquerque, New Mexico. Question 7. It is white smoke that is released when a new pope is elected. Question 8. The repeated words. So for the expanding bullet, that is a dum-dum. An Australian city that's the place of many crows is Wagga Wagga. And the disease caused by vitamin B1 deficiency is beriberi, B-E-R-I. Beriberi. Question 9. The longest river to pass through Sunderland is the River Wear. Question 10. The recent dog breed to be banned from the UK, the most recent, is the American Bully XL. Question 11. Which brass instruments play the lowest and highest notes? That's a tuba and a trumpet. Question 12. The Bourne trilogy in order of release are Identity, then Supremacy, then Ultimatum. Question 13. What did the US Secretary of Education Linda McMahon mistakenly call artificial intelligence at a recent conference? Instead of AI, she called it A1, which is a brand of steak sauce in America. I assume because she's only ever seen it written down as capital letters and she thought the letter I was a 1. Possibly. And it's just... Or it was just a complete mistake. I don't know. Who knows? She called it A1 when referring to the future of education, assuming that AI was going to be creating lessons and running schools, basically. Okay. Question 14. What kind of creatures are Hedwig, Scabbers, and Crookshanks in the Harry Potter books? They are an owl, a rat, and a cat. Technically, I suppose Crookshanks is a half Kneasel, but it's a cat. And question 15, which three women were the first female prime ministers of the UK, Italy and India? It's Margaret Thatcher, Georgia Maloney and Indira Gandhi. For 3 points again. Now, the answer for the countdown conundrum is tailoring. Tailoring. Were there any others you could see? Did you get 2 points for it? Let me know. Last chance, if you haven't spent the 2 bonus points for getting the kids' question right at the start. If you did, in fact, get it right, this is your chance to use those, or last chance to use those points up to boost your score. Let me know how many points you got for that final round before we move on then to Family Fortunes. Here we go. Here come the scores then. Jodie says 12 points. Excellent work there. 12 points for Jodie. Who's next? 19 plus 2 Minecraft points for us. Very good. Yes, all important. Ruben said when he walked in with that Minecraft t-shirt on that he's noticed it's out of date now because some of the characters in Minecraft, mobs as they call them, look different now to what they did when he first got that t-shirt, which is basically his way of insisting he needs a new Minecraft t-shirt. Yeah, which is fine. Which is fine. We all like playing a bit of Minecraft in our house. Right, what else we got? Donut scored 20 and got the conundrum. Strong finish, very good. 21 points for Geraldine, very good. Millie says 12 points, another stronger finish than the previous rounds again. 20 points for Catherine and Tony. 16 plus 2 for the kids' question, 18 in total. My conundrum form has dropped off a cliff. Oh, Andy. But your scores have improved in general. Peter's going to have to sign off a bit early. Thank you, Chris. No worries, Pete. Thanks for joining. Pinky in the Brain has scored 25 plus 2. Very good. Okay, I think that's everybody. Yeah, I think. Am I missing anybody? Well, comment if you haven't already. Let me know how you got on. But with that said, let's go to our survey sets. And there is your question. You are all now working as one team. You're all working as the same team, so guess in the comments. 100 people were surveyed, and they were asked this question amongst many others, and you just need to see see if you can guess what you think the most popular answers were from this survey question, and we are looking for the full 8 this time. So the top 8 answers from this survey. Sometimes we have less than that. Tonight it is the full 8 that you need to work out. So, a long-running musical in London's West End. Which do you think came out top based on a popular survey of 100 people? Jump in the comments, start guessing. You can guess as many times as you like. I'll try and keep up and reveal the answers as we go. And then, of course, we can move on to play some Tenable. Right, first guess comes in then, and it is for Cats. Let's have a look. Is Cats... Oh my goodness. In fact, all of the first guesses that came in were for Cats. Sue, Jodie, Geraldine, Gabby all said Cats. Let's have a look. Where is that? Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. Cats was number 4 in the list. Oh, My Fair Lady's been guessed. It's not there. What else have we got here? Jesus Christ Superstar. Do you know, it's good, but it's not there either. Not in the top 8. Wicked is there, though. Let's have a look. Where's Wicked in the list? It's 6th. 6th one in the list. Les Mis. Millie says Les Mis. Let's have a look. Where is Les Mis in our list, then? I need to check my list. Les Mis, top answer. Very good. Lion King, Starlight Express. Let's just check I haven't missed any as it scroll past. Yeah, so Jesus Christ Superstar, not there. Lion King. Let's go to Lion King next. Number 7. Where are we going now? Starlight Express. Not there. Although that's making a comeback, isn't it? I think there's a new tour of that coming. I don't know about West End, but I think it's back. Miss Saigon? No. Oh, Moonlight Express. No, it's Starlight Express, but good guess. It's not there. Phantom of the Opera. Yes. Les Mis and Phantom are, in fact, the longest running. Les Mis in particular, but yeah, Les Mis and Phantom, both the longest running. Is Joseph there? No, that was clever. No, not Joseph. Good guesses, though. These are all big shows. Hamilton, nope. Hamilton's not there either. What else have we got then? See, number 5 on the list, I keep forgetting is even a musical. I have seen it a very long time ago. I forgot. I thought it was just a play, but it is actually a musical. Yeah. Number 8 has had a big Hollywood movie made after it. Number 3 in the list has had several movies made about it. So we've got guesses coming in now. Yeah, Wicked we've already got. That's number 6. Joseph, Amazing Coat. Yeah, that's it. Gabby says Mamma Mia. Is Mamma Mia there? Let's have a look. Mamma Mia's number 3. That's the one with many a movie named after it. Jodie says Blood Brothers. Let's have a look. Is Blood Brothers on the list? That's number 5. Yeah, that's the one I keep forgetting is a musical. I don't remember any songs from it. And Chicago and Grease are another 2 guesses there. West Side Story as well. There's been movies made about all of those, hasn't there? Which one is it though? Longest running based on this survey is Chicago. So Les Mis, Phantom, Mamma Mia, Cats, Blood Brothers, Wicked, Lion King and Chicago. Not a bad list of shows, that one. I think the only one I haven't seen at least a version of, either in person or on stage, I haven't seen Mamma Mia. And in fact, I haven't seen Cats all the way through either. I've seen bits of it. But I've seen at least a TV version or broadcast of the rest. Lion King's amazing in person. If you ever get a chance to go, wow, that was so good. I'm sure they all are at times. And Wicked too. I've really enjoyed both of those. Yeah, not West Side Story, not Grease. Very good guesses though, everybody. We're going to go now to our Tenable game. So let me do the usual, just update my screens here so it's all ready to go. And we'll go to Tenable and let's see how you get on with this one. Okay then, so Tenable is on the way. So you're going to get now, you're going to get the usual 3 questions, one at a time, and there's 10 answers for each one. Should hear the sound effects as well as we go along with this one. And let's bring up the first question. You're working together again. Your first question is the first 10 US states alphabetically that contain the letter O. That contain the letter O. Yeah? So have a guess now in the chat. What do you think they are? Name the first 10 US states alphabetically that contain the letter O. Right, we have got guesses coming in already, so let's have a look. California and Ohio have been guessed. This is the first 10 alphabetically. Let's have a look then. Is California a tenable answer? Geraldine's guessed that one. California's number 2 in the list. So something comes before that alphabetically then, because these are in alphabetical order from top to bottom. Ohio, is that going to be one of the bottom ones perhaps? Let's have a look. Is it there? No, it can't be if it's gone that high. Not Ohio. Arizona. A couple of you saying Arizona there, Gabby and Andy. Let's have a look. Is that above California? Yes, there we go. Right, you've got the top two. Let's see where else this takes us. Catherine and Tony say Iowa and Illinois. Let's have a look. Iowa's number 9. Illinois is number 8. Excellent work there. Very good. What else have we got listed here? Florida. Florida. Let's have a look. Where is Florida in the list? Surely it does have an O in it, and it's number 5. Okay. Colorado now. Colorado's been guessed there by Gabby. No, Colorado's number 3. Sue and Jody have guessed Dakota. Let's have a look and see if Dakota's there. It's not. I have a feeling because it's not called Dakota, it's called North Dakota and North and South Dakota, is it? So that would put it lower alphabetically than this list covers. Good thinking, but yeah, remember the full name of the state means that alphabetically it would be lower down in the list. Right, Idaho. Have we done Idaho yet? Let's have a look. If Illinois and Iowa are there, surely. Idaho is number 7. Georgia has been guessed there as well. Georgia's been guessed there from Gabby. We've got Chicago as well. I think Chicago's in Illinois, so we've already got that at number 8. So it's not going to be Chicago, but we do need to check Georgia now. Let's have a look. Where's that going to be in the list? If it is a genuine answer, number 6. Okay, right. Connecticut. Which, I don't know why, when I saw that written down, I didn't realise it was spelt like that. It's number 4. When I was typing it out from the list, I was like, Connecticut? Is that really how it's spelt? Like, I know Connecticut, but Connecticut, it's connect. I don't know, I guess I've not seen it written down before. Right, number 10, Louisiana. Andy and Tony dropping in with Louisiana there. That is the last one on the list. Excellent work. In fact, you made very short work of that one. Really well done, guys. That is a great list there. You worked it out nicely. A real team effort. Let's check the next one then, shall we? Your next question then is the first 10 musical instruments alphabetically of 6 letters or fewer. This list comes from the ABRSM website, the exam board of the Royal Schools of Music. The first 10 types of musical instrument alphabetically listed as having an exam syllabus. So they're not going to be ridiculously obscure instruments, okay? From a list on their site. It's taken. So the first 10 musical instruments alphabetically with 6 letters or fewer. Cornet, flute, cello. All right, these are good guesses. Let's have a look. Where would cello fall in the list then? Is that going to be one of the first alphabetically? It is the first one alphabetically. Excellent work. Cornet, let's check that one next. And cornet is number 2. Flute, let's see where flute is on the list. Would that then be the next one down, I wonder? Nice. Okay, that's number 3. What else we've got? Cello, drum. Let's have a look. Is drums there? It's not according to this list. No. Banjo. Is a banjo there? And no, it can't be beginning with anything. It can't be beginning with A or B now because cello and cornet are C's at the top, yeah? So think alphabetically now. Viola, does the list go low enough to include V's? It's not looking good, no. I mean, apart from the fact we're looking for the first 10, it fits the other criteria. But no, we've got cello already at the top. Tuba, let's have a look. Is tuba there? Okay, that's the last one alphabetically. So now you know what your bracket is. You're looking for something between flute and tuba. Guitar. Geraldine, Gabby, and Sue have all gone with guitar. Just see if nobody else has said that yet. Where's guitar in the list then? That is 6 letters. That's number 4. Okay, definitely there then. Tony said guitar as well. Harp. Is harp there? Jodie's gone with that, as has Tony. Let's have a look. Surely, based on the criteria, that should be next on the list. And it is. It is. Right, 4 more to go. Piano. We have a guess of piano. That's number 9. Well done there, Millie. Oboe. Okay, let's have a look. Is oboe there? From Gabby there. Oboe is number 7. Claves. No, that's not going to be there now. What else have we got guess-wise? Guitar, piano, voice. I like your thinking. Yeah, I like your thinking. It's not there, though, because now we've got T as the last one alphabetically. So we know now that we're looking for ones between H and P alphabetically now. Triangle. Not going to be triangle now. Imagine that, a whole exam on the triangle. You're hitting it wrong. Okay, number... Oh, okay, I was going to give you clues then, but Jodie's gone with organ. Is that there? That's number 8. Great work. Okay, number 6 then. You know where it falls alphabetically. It is... Well, harpsichord's been guessed. Nope. I'll tell you what it... Should I tell you what it is? It begins with a H, and there are different kinds of it, but this is the generic name for that type of instrument. I would say it's also a brass instrument. It begins with H. Lute, mandolin, both quite old-fashioned. They were in the hit parade when I was young. Yes, okay, Gabby's got it. Let me just finish off that list for you then. Should be number 6. This is a horn. There you go. Good work. We don't often do musical instrument and music-related questions along these lines, do we? It was quite nice, actually, to do that one, I think. Right, your final question then of the evening. How are we doing for time? Oh, very good. We're doing very good for time. We were overrunning last week, given the 5-year celebrations. But we're going to finish early tonight. That's nice sometimes to do that. Okay, your final question then is the 10 cities beginning with N or P in the mainland UK. I say mainland UK because it's Northern Ireland, Scotland, England and Wales. Yeah, so not the surrounding smaller islands or anything like that. It's mainland we're talking about here. So cities beginning with N or P. Again, I believe this list will be in alphabetical order. So they'll begin with N at the top and it'll go down to cities that begin with a P, and then they'll be in alphabetical order as well, based on the second or third letters beyond that. And the guesses are flooding in. Okay, Millie straight away says Portsmouth. Surely Portsmouth is in that list then. And it is. That's number 9. Newcastle. Loads of you saying Newcastle. Newcastle upon Tyne it'll be if it's in that list. But that still puts it in as a valid answer. There we go. Yes, it doesn't say upon Tyne because it wouldn't fit there. To adjust it, but it is there. Right, what else have we got? Let me go back up. We've got Norwich. Guess now, is Norwich one of the answers? Up we go. Let's see if it's there. That's number 4. Nottingham. Nottingham, is it a city? It does begin with an N. It should be there if it is. There it is, number 5. All right, after all, you guess Newcastle and Norwich there. Peterborough. Peterborough. That should be there too. And there it is, number 7. Preston. Is Preston there? Just creeping in there, number 10. Well done, Millie, there with Preston. And Catherine there, I can see, says Preston. Yeah, we've got Newcastle, Nottingham we've done. Newark. Newark. Let's have a look. I don't think that's a city. Nope. Not Newark. Newport. Is Newport one of the answers there? Should be after Newcastle. If so, alphabetically speaking at least. Let's have a look. There it is. Number 2 there. Very good. Newport. Perth. Is Perth on that list? That is number 6. Now, let's see what else. You've got one more beginning with N and one more beginning with P to find. I'll just double check what's been said so far. I haven't missed any. No, right. Paisley. Is Paisley the missing one? No, not beginning with P, so it won't be there either. Peterborough we have got. Can I give you some clues? I don't even recognise number 3. I'm not even going to hazard a guess, and I can't Google it because of the screens I've got open now for this round, so I can't give you any clues, I'm afraid. Norfolk, I'll check for you. Northampton as well, I'll keep it included in this run, because no, neither of those. It's another N-E-W. Number 3 is another N-E-W. And number 8. Oh, in fact, I could look it up here. So number 8 is a port city in Devon. I mean, I should have known that without looking it up, really. Oh, and the other one's in Northern Ireland. That's why I've never heard of it. My geographical knowledge of Northern Ireland is pretty poor compared to the rest of the UK. That's just on me, I'm afraid. But it is Northern Ireland. I don't even know if I'm going to pronounce it right, but I'm going to say Newry, because yes, it has been guessed. Let's just check where it falls in, because it's got to be that number 3, hasn't it? Yes, Newry? Am I even saying that right? I guess so. Honestly, I've never heard of it before. But very well done. You have got it. And Geraldine says Plymouth. Is that number 8? There we go, yes. Yeah, Newbury, B-U-R-Y, is not a city, but it is a place. It's a town, though. So yeah, Newry is the answer. And that completes our list, our tenable tower for question 3. The 10 cities beginning with N or P in mainland UK. Very good. Right, with that said, we move over to our final page then, guys. So that brings us to the end of the quiz. It's been a bit of a wild and quick one. But again, reminders there. If you want to come down Easter Sunday, Bank Holiday Sunday, remember. So most people will have the Monday off as well. That is this coming Sunday. They roll around so fast, these in-person meetups. Merch store, 20% off. There you go. Off everything until the 17th, the end of the 17th of April. So you've got a couple more days if you want to support what we do here. That'll be great. That's just a picture down there of some of the things, and they do come in multiple colours. It's just that image they created for me there just so happens to be all black. I prefer it. That's my favourite look for the logo, but there are some really lovely colours and different things there if you're interested. But that's it. Thank you very much for watching along and playing as always. I think, looking at the calendar, there's one more I'll do next week for you on Facebook Live, all being well. And then it will be the online Patreon quiz on the 29th, because April is a 5 Tuesday month. So you're having another Facebook Live quiz next week. And then on the 29th, that will be our Patreon online quiz night. If you want to join that, there's a free trial you can do if you haven't had one already. And then it's minimum £2 a month after that to support, again, what I do here for Big Quiz Night in general. Hope you all, if I don't speak to you before, have an absolutely fabulous Easter bank holiday weekend, whatever you choose to do. I'll try and share some ad hoc random Easter related quizzes over the time as well, because obviously I'm off work as well at the minute, so I've got a bit more time. And yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed yourselves this evening. Let's just have one last look at the comments before I say goodnight. Yes, see you Sunday, Gabby. Thanks for confirming you're coming down. Highlight of the week, Millie. Thank you. Great quiz. Thanks, everybody. Wonderful. Right, take care, everybody. Stay safe as always, and I will see you all same time next time for more of the same fun. Cheers. Good night.